Alrighty, welcome back to Let's Play Bioshock. So now we have arrived at the farmer's market, which is sort of a sub-level to Arcadia here. It's not really a full-fledged level, but it definitely is one of the reasons why Arcadia is such a long level, and one of the reasons why I don't like it so much is because it takes so long to get through because of the farmer's market, the whole distraction. But luckily, hopefully I will be able to get everything we have to do here done in one video. So you won't be getting sick of this place anytime soon. So we can get back on track with the game because we're almost halfway done with this LP, to be honest. And that's coming up pretty quick here. So first things first, all our objectives here are essentially going to be: there's one little sister we have to harvest. We have to acquire all of the unique components for the Lazarus Vector to save the trees for our main quest. And then there's also a Power to the People station here. But first things first, there's this, what do you call it? RPG turret, that's what it is. It's already been set on fire by those Houdini splicers, but there's a demonstration of the incredibly abusive auto hack that we get from doing research on those turrets. And that is probably, like I said, that's one of the best things you can get in the game, because like being able to just walk up a turret and automatically hack it, but just by touching it, is it's great. It's fantastic. But yeah, some machines down there if you ever need them. But I guess the items we're gonna need are chlorophyll solution, distilled water, I think anyway. And something else as well, but there's more of the and there's also the B enzyme as well. The B enzyme is the only one where there's a fixed amount of that item in a certain area. The other items, though, there's quite a few of them littered all over the place, and you don't have to get the exact ones in the exact locations that I'll be going to.
Yes, these children are an abomination, but it is not my hand alone on the chain that created them. No.
In this audio diary, Andrew Ryan is trying to justify the existence of the little sisters and all that. You get some more liquid nitrogen in that safe right there, so I need to start demonstrating that. So let's switch over to it right now, actually. Because like I said, it is. Oh, there's the little sister we're gonna get at this level. I don't really have enough electric gel to take it down with that, but I'll be demonstrating that soon enough. That'll be an obscenely broken way of killing these things, as I said at the end of the last video. And I will remind you guys of that every chance I get. So, for that time, researching, I think the Big Daddy or the Little Sister, whichever one we were getting research for, I can't tell because I'm skipping through the actual photo. We get the Photographer's Eye 2, Physical Tonic, I think? Yeah, and, it's actually really good. It enhances the amount of points we get for our research tremendously. There's also a, obviously there's a Photographer's Eye 1, which is not as good. But we'll be equipping that whenever we get the chance here. Here's a demonstration of liquid nitrogen. It frees that turret, and we can walk over and hack it. And the flow of the liquid will be slower since it's frozen. Makes perfect sense. And like I said, that pretty much renders the... that gives us the ability to hack things and disable things in a much more efficient way, and it also is very ammo conservative, and it, like I said, makes the Winter Blast pretty much superfluous because we have an alternate way of inflicting the ice status. So, yeah, not bad. Like I said, if you neglect to use it, though, then you'll have way too much liquid nitrogen and you'll know what to do with. Like, you'll try to pick up a liquid nitrogen canister in the level and you won't be able to pick it up because you'll always be full. So, gotta remember to use that. I remember pretty well to use that in the last couple of runs, so we shouldn't have any issue with that. There's a lot of loot over here, and a lot of little secret items there. There's another demonstration of how the Scrounger can be useful, because I completely changed the components that that corpse had. I'm not sure which ones I needed, so it's not necessarily something that I'm actually taking advantage of, but I do acknowledge that it has its applicable uses if you really want to be so neurotic that you are collecting the exact components you need for whichever weapons or ammo types you don't actually have. Now this isn't sort of an alternate way into that room we were just in. I noticed, oh, this cheese is rotten. What a disgrace. Anyway, yeah, we saw the other end of this passage from when we were over there. Trying to throw something into this trap ball to trigger it.
We are indeed in a time of war. If Atlas and his bandits have their
Can't
way,
hit with the wrench.
will they not turn us into slaves? And what will become of free will then?
There we go, much better.
Times call
And it shattered the
for
glass. How about that? Anyways, this is where we just were. I'm gonna try not to screw around too much this level, because like I said, I'd like to be able to get it done in one video, and not have that video be obscenely long. But yeah, we gotta get 7 distilled waters. The distilled waters will actually be the most plentiful in the level because we have to get so many of them. We do have to go over here, but I suppose I'll do that right now. This is where the beehives are, so obviously this guy's gonna start whacking it, and then he's gonna have a Nick Cage moment and be all like, "No, not the bees! Not the oh, hell! No, not the bees! Help! Get away!" Yeah, that's actually another new hazard in this game is bees. They attack you and they do a little bit of damage, and that can happen sometimes when you come to these beehives and they'll come flying out of you. That'll also be a plasmid we can unlock pretty soon here. As you can see, there's a new plasmid down there in the list called Insect Swarm, and what that does is it basically spawns a beehive on our hand, and we can release bees to attack the enemies. I will be talking more about that later, and it's pretty ridiculous actually. It's not really all that powerful, but like I said, I'll explain more about it later. In the meantime, well, I actually don't have enough Atom to get it, and I really am not interested in it, but it's there. This room, on the other hand, like all good, like all good bee control areas, they have the gas that they release into the air to keep them sedated, and well, we can go and mess with them. So we go in here and we find the enzyme samples, and there should be enough of them in here for us to have our maximum required amount. But while the gas is in here and the bees are sleeping, splashers will come out and attack us, and then the splashers will be killed horribly by the bees whenever the timer runs out. So, but in case some of them manage to get away, we do have these exploding barrels here we can throw, and other assorted nonsense we can use to kill them with. Now, there's pretty much an unlimited. Every time you do this, it'll continue to spawn more splicers. So I think you could probably grind off of research here, but I really don't want to do that. It seems kind of abusive. But basically, just run in there and try to search as many of those beehives as possible, see if you can find the enzyme samples. Oh, I died. And the Vide Chamber is a good distance away, so this is a good time where I'm gonna edit out some backtracking. It's at the beginning of the level, for Christ's sake. Anyway, not that this is a very big level, but you know, wait for them all to clear out, and go in here, jump over that trap bolt. And there should be some more in here. There's also a, as you can see, there's another circus of values here, if for whatever reason you needed it. Alright, there we go, that's all of them. That didn't take that many tries. Usually you can, that takes a little while. That takes a while to get all those. Oh, I walked right into the trap bolt. Right after I said it was there. But yeah, we have to wait for the timer to go all the way down and for the bees to come back out before we can open the door to get out of here. Another thing you may have just noticed there is I froze that splicer with the liquid nitrogen. I may have talked about this before when the Winter Blast was first introduced, but the ice, the negative thing about the ice status is that if you kill an enemy with it, the frozen status causes another bar to appear over their health, and that's their how solid they are, I suppose. And if you decrease that all the way, they'll shatter, and so obviously you won't have a corpse to loot because they'll be in pieces. And it's actually not as gruesome as it sounds because there's just pieces of ice laying on the floor. But you won't be able to loot their corpse. So to freeze an enemy and then shatter them is kind of an inefficient way of killing them. But the shotgun is good at shattering corpses once they've been frozen, but sometimes an enemy that's frozen can take more damage to shatter than it would to just kill them anyway, so there's really not much point. And it's also, you can't really freeze Big Daddies either, so it's not really useful to get a cheap kill against something powerful like a Big Daddy by shattering it. But I thought I hacked that, what the hell? Anyway, now that we got that security out of the way, we can deal with the safe. And we got some more distilled water. Not that we need it, because there's going to be a crap ton of it in the next area. But yeah, there's quite a few audio diaries in this level, including some that I missed towards the entrance that I'll be getting on the way out. And there's a story involving those, let's put it that way. Yeah, in Bioshock 2, I really do like the Winter Blast, though. I think it's very good, especially just because, you know, it stops the enemy from attacking you while it's hit them. It's not like the and there are enemies that in Bioshock 2 that will be immune to electricity, so it's sort of the only thing you can really use. But I still do think that the drawback of not being able to pick up loot is significant, but not that significant. Alright, here's where we get the first photographer's eye. If for whatever reason you haven't been researching and you want to start researching, that's a good way to start that. But when we come in here, there's a fixed trap that appears where trap bolts come out of the walls and trap us in here, and then splashers will come and attack us. It's sort of like an alarm was set off or something. That's a scripted event, and it's really annoying. If we were to come down here the long way and come in here that way, it wouldn't happen. But obviously, I just wanted to drop down in here to cut down on time and to get all the stuff that's behind the trap bolts and all that. So it was worth it. I am full on money. I need to go spend some stuff. Or spend it on some stuff, rather. Anyway, down here is where the rest of this distilled water should be found. It's all over the place, because I'm assuming this is some form of brewery or distillery by all the enormous barrels and all the alcohol lying around. So,
if you do, best head to a crafting station. Then, head back to Langford's lab.
I know, Atlas. Leave me alone. I don't know what the significance of the name Lazarus is, but it seems like it's a name used a lot in fiction. In fact, there's a the radio guy character who's always spouting about conspiracy theories and crap in Deus Ex 3. His nickname is Lazarus, but I don't know what that means exactly. But oh well, I went ahead and bought out that camera's hack so I could have a little bit more space for more money, because you might as well. This is the one and only power to the people station in this level, so might as well pick that up. What am I going to get? I want to get the chemical thrower consumption rate. Like I said before, it's very good at doing the same amount of damage by consuming less ammo. So you can see the that frozen bar there that is it decreases a lot of times faster than their actual health does. So, but sometimes you'd rather just kill them anyway. Anyway, we should have enough components to make some more ammo, so let's go ahead and do that. And we made the Lazarus Vector, so now we are good to go. That's all the components we need to get. We can go ahead and leave this place, and obviously there might be some more loot in this distillery area, but I really don't care. I want to get out of here and get the last audio diaries in this area, and then you know, the distilled water that we didn't pick up yet, because I said there's quite a few multiple. Oh, I need to get the rest of that money in there. There's more than the required amount of spawns for those. Oh, something set that on fire. That was a Houdini splicer. There's another audio diary I failed to pick up right here, as well as some others I'm going to go after, in addition to taking down this Big Daddy. But like I said, there's more than the required amount of these entities to pick up. So obviously the ones that are remaining are still going to have the yellows glow around them because they don't know that it's not still your objective. Switch to my appropriate ammo types. Let's see, Sonic Boom not going to be too good against this guy. I wish I could craft electric gel yet, but I can't. So we're just going to take this guy down the old-fashioned way. Keep switching to the electric bolt every once in a while in order to keep him stunned, but freezing him really won't do that much. Because even though he's disabled for maybe a couple seconds, he has a very high resistance to it, and like I said, it won't. While he's frozen, his actual health will not be decreasing all that much, and it's damn near impossible to actually shatter him. So there we go. Yeah, in Bioshock 2, when we have our weapon and plasma out at the same time, we don't have to keep switching back and forth to the electric bolt to keep him stunned. We can just keep doing it while we're hitting him. but that's not as a significant change as it sounds. Like, the ability to not have your weapon and plasma out at the same time in this game is really not that much of a big deal, to be honest.
Jesus loves me, this I know for the Bible.
I heard that.
Look at me. I am good enough. Get back here and let me finish this. Where the hell
Anyway, I guess it's time to head out of here. Oh, there's that room down there that I missed that has that audio diary I was going to mention, the one that was bugged in the original version of the game. Oh well, I didn't say I would get all the audio diaries, just as many as I can remember where they are, but I did acknowledge that that one is there.